Hey guys, I just wanted to introduce you to a new synth, maybe new for you this week, which is called Alto, and it's by Madrona Labs, and it's actually one of my favorite synths. It's very cool. It sounds very clear, and it what it does, it's just really weird. It probably takes a while getting used to the new interface, but it's actually not that hard, and it's very graphical. So you can see these lines, and you can connect them to other modules. So it feels a little bit modular. So to just dive into it, what we have is a sequencer, an LFO, an envelope, another envelope. We have a complex oscillator, a gate, a waveguide, which is also sort of a feedbacking thing, a filter, and some reverb. And in Alto, what you have to remember when you start working with it is that everything works a little bit different. Everything is a little bit weird. For example, normally your envelope would already be mapped to the amp, and here it is set up, but you can change it, and you can move it to something else. So it's very flexible. For example, with the LFO, you can map that one to the filter and make it go so fast that it's actually not a low frequency oscillator anymore, but just a real oscillator, and you start to hear it. So some very cool stuff. First, let's just use the complex oscillator. Let's see what we got now. This is just a sine wave, and we can start to modulate that with the mod index. So then we get FM synthesis, and here we set the ratio of the carrier, no sorry, the modulator. And then we can introduce a little bit of random noise, which gives some very cool sounds. We can try to set an LFO to that. So I'm not be able to teach you this whole synth in 10 minutes, but I just want to show you a few things that it can do. And then we can choose a different timbre and a different wave. So maybe you already start to hear that it sounds very clear and different than other synths, and not better per se, although I think it's a little bit better, but it just sounds very sharp. And then what we can do is use the waveguide delay, and this is, we can give it some input, and then it starts to feedback. And when I release the key, it will just continue to feedback. So we can map the pitch to that, to the waveguide frequency. And when we double click this, it's gonna go to the default range, meaning that it's tuned. And the same is true for this one here. This stands for the pitch, and in order for it to work, you have to, this is your input keyword, you have to map the pitch to this one right here, and then we can give it a much wider range than the normal interval that you want. But when you double click it, it's always gonna reset to the default pitch. So then your C on the keyword is really a C. So we do the same here for the frequency of the waveguide. I like that, pretty cool. And then we have another envelope 2 right here, and here is the output of that envelope, and let's try to map it to the cutoff, and then we set the envelope on repeat very fast. give it some amount, and we drag the cutoff down. And we can map that same one to the shape. And then maybe lastly we can map the sequencer to the offset, maybe. Give it some amount and give it some steps. Quantize. Sorry, I had the wrong output there. Yeah, so I really like this synthesizer. I hope you will start to get the idea of it. I just want to give you a heads up that this is out there, to show you a few presets. I hope they're not too loud. This one's messed up. So some very cool sounds in here, very unique sounds. Have fun with this, try the demo, definitely try the manual. It's very fun to read and it's lots of cool information. And thanks, see you next week.